Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Kristen Halleck-Waters. I'm a chemistry faculty member at Stockton University. I've been at Stockton for just about 20 years. I'm also the chemistry program coordinator. We've had a few technical difficulties this morning. I hope this is working well for everyone now and that you can see me and that you can hear me. So I'd like to talk a little bit about our chemistry program. I do have a slideshow for you that we normally would give at one of our open houses. This is sort of unique for us this time around since we're doing our open house virtually at this point. I'm not on campus. I'm actually at home because the colleges and universities are going online with our classes for the remaining of the semester. So I'm going to see if I can share my screen with you and tell you a little bit about our chemistry program. All right, so hopefully you can all see my screen at this point in time. So I'd like to welcome you all to our first Chemistry and Biochemistry Molecular Biology, BCMB, virtual open house. So here's some of the reasons why you should choose Stockton. Right, we have a very strong focus on undergraduate teaching. Right? Our faculty do research, but our main focus is on students and their learning. We have a number of different interdisciplinary programs. There are opportunities for students to work doing interdisciplinary research. Right? You might work on a research project involving a faculty member from chemistry and marine science or chemistry and environmental science. There are pre-professional programs, pre-med, pre-dental, pre-PT, and we also have a liberal arts or general studies based education. So we offer a number of different chemistry degrees. We offer both a BA and a BS in chemistry. And within the BS, we also offer an ACS certified degree. We also offer a BS in biochemistry, molecular biology. And the difference between the two degree offerings is the number of credits that are taken within program and cognate versus general studies. So if you look at the two pie charts on the left, right, for the Bachelor of Science degree, you take 80 credits in program and cognate areas. So a cognate would be a course that doesn't have the chem acronym, but is a science-based course. Could be math, could be physics, could be biology, geology, environmental science. And then 48 credits are taken within the general studies curriculum. For the BA degree, the liberal arts credits go up to 64, and you take program cognate credits, also 64. Both degrees require a total of 128 credits. And there are options within each one of those degree tracks, right? There's an American Chemical Society certified degree. Basically the BS, except as the cognates, the student would have to take biochemistry and a biology course, cells and molecules. We offer an environmental chemistry track. That's a BS degree. Here, students take a number of courses, both in chemistry and the environmental studies programs. There is a dual degree program, engineering and chemistry. Students spend several years at Stockton before transferring to finish their master's degree at another institution. You can get your secondary education certification. And there's also a pre-pharmacy program within the BCMB. And there are curriculum worksheets online. I'm going to show you one in a second. But they'll give you an idea of what the curriculum looks like within each one of those tracks, because the courses that you take would vary a little bit from one track to the other. What do our students do when they graduate? Many of them end up going into teaching. Either middle or high school. About an eighth of them go to PhD programs, graduate school in chemistry. About a quarter, a little less than a quarter, go to professional schools, medical, dental, pharmacy, vet school. And then a little more than a quarter end up based in laboratories. right? Working in a laboratory environment, employed in pharmaceuticals, biotechnology, the chemical industry, or even in forensics. So there are some other things that you might want to know. For example, how many students do we graduate? On average, we graduate about 12 students with chemistry degrees a year. And in biochemistry, molecular biology, it's a little bit higher, about 16. There are 15 full-time faculty members in the chemistry program. These are tenure or tenure track faculty. All of our lecture-based courses are taught by full-time faculty members. There are no graduate students that teach. We do have some adjuncts that teach in some of the laboratories, typically Chem 1, which is the first semester of general chemistry, or Chem 2, which is the first semester of organic chemistry. All of the exams, all lab reports, all assignments, they are graded by your professor for the course. There are no graders that grade that work. As your professor doing it themselves, there are no graduate students grading your work. Our typical class size for general chemistry and organic chemistry is 40 students in the lecture and about 20 students in the lab. When you progress to the upper level courses, there's no more than 35. But if it's a lab-based course, the lab-based courses at the 3000 level and above are capped at only 18 students. It's very small, give you a personal experience, not large classes when we get up to the upper level. There are lots of research opportunities that are available. All of our faculty are engaged in research. We have, with the building of the Unified Science Center, state-of-the-art equipment. All of our instrumentation is available for undergraduate student use, right? Both in coursework, but also involved in research, right? We do use the instrumentation in our teaching, but also in research projects. All of our chemistry and biochemistry majors are required to complete a research project. Most students will choose to do that research in conjunction with a faculty mentor on campus, although there are off-campus internship possibilities. Most faculty want their students to work with them at least over a period of a year, but research can span multiple semesters or even multiple years. Some students are really excited about getting involved in research and like to get started in even their freshman or sophomore year. Our students are required to write a senior thesis, but also to present at our senior symposium. It's offered at the end of each semester, where our students present their research to their peers and also to the faculty. So this just gives an overview of some of the current faculty research that's going on now. Right, we have faculty doing metabolic profiling of the stresses on biological organisms. We have faculty doing natural product synthesis. We have trace explosive analysis, analysis of cannabis products, the impact of teeth whitening strips on dental proteins. So you see there's a large range in the faculty research interest. This is just a few of them. We have a very active chemistry society that most of our majors choose to join. Right? They do a number of outreach activities with the local middle schools, and they're also involved in some fundraising on campus. So some of the special opportunities that you'll find at Stockton, right? We have small class sizes, both lectures and lab. 40 for lecture is actually a pretty small class. So that facilitates a lot of student-faculty interaction, both inside and outside the classroom. Our faculty have regularly scheduled office hours, but you'll find that most of our faculty have sort of an open door policy, right? If they're in your office and they're in their office and you have a question, you're welcome to stop by and they'll help you. Like I said, we have faculty mentored research starting as early as freshman year. All students are assigned a faculty advisor. We call them preceptors at Stockton. They'll help you plan out your schedule each semester, what you'll be taking the following semester. You have access to state-of-the-art instrumentation for research projects. There are also internship opportunities and study abroad programs. We also have an articulation agreement with the Ernest Mario School of Pharmacy at Rutgers. Right, I mentioned the BCMB pre-pharmacy program. Right, students come to Stockton for 2 to 3 years before transferring to Rutgers. So they earn their BS degree from Stockton in BCMB, and then their PharmD degree from Rutgers. And then there's also, as I mentioned, the engineering dual degree program. The students spend 3 years at Stockton, and then they transfer to either NJIT or Rutgers to complete a master's degree. So here's my contact information, right? If students, if anyone would wish to contact me, here's my email address. I'm going to answer some questions now that folks may have, but if you think of a question later on, or you're just too shy to ask it now, you can always contact me at this email address, right? kristen.halleck-waters@stockton.edu, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might come up with later on via email. So do any of you have any questions? You can unmute yourself and ask questions if you have questions.
I have a question. So I saw that on the slide show that you had something about the study abroad programs. So it is possible to be in a chemistry program and still be able to study abroad?
Yeah, you'd have to complete a certain number of credits at Stockton right before being part of the study abroad program, but yes, that is a possibility.
Okay, awesome. And then also with the research opportunities, you said you can get started as like freshman year.
Yeah, we
right?
actually, yep, you can. So we used to have a course, and it sort of varies from one semester to another. We have a course called Introduction to Research, and it's meant to get students involved in research after they've had just Chem 1, right? To get them started learning the research process. But let's say you take Chem 1 and you really like the professor that you take Chem 1 with, or you take lab with, and the research that you're doing, right? You can get started that early. So you can, you have to be registered for liability purposes, but you can register for just 0 credits semester after semester, and then register for credit once you give a senior project. But yeah, we've had students start as early as their freshman year. We've had students work on multiple research projects. They might work on one project for a year and then decide they want to work with somebody else and try something else, right? So yeah, you can get started as early as your freshman year. Other questions?
I heard that you did internships. Could you list them off and what they're about, if you don't mind?
So we do have the Washington internship program. A number of students will find placement with some of the crime labs in the area. A lot of students will get placement if they're interested in environmental work with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, NJDEP, right, working in usually the water chemistry lab, sometimes maybe the air quality lab. We have students that go out on internships with TSL, the Transportation Safety Laboratories, right? So there are a lot of different opportunities. Sometimes a student finds an internship on their own, and they come to us and say, hey, I really want to do this, and then we do our best to get the paperwork done so that they can do it. Any other questions?
If I can just introduce myself, my name is Jessica Grujon. I am the Assistant Director of Admissions at Stockton University. I am so excited that we were able to connect this morning. We're trying our best to do everything virtually. It's not the same experience, obviously, coming to our campus. But, we're definitely here for you. I do want to let you know that the entire admissions staff, we are working full-time, remote. And if you have any questions after this information session, please feel free to reach out. I do have the opportunity right now, if any of you have any questions regarding scholarship opportunities, financing your education, admissions related questions. And I kind of want to know about you guys, who's undecided, who already knows what they want to do, what they want to major in. I'd love to be able to take this opportunity for you all to kind of just let me know a little bit about you, or if you have any questions for me.
Okay, I have one. How about, what are those scholarship opportunities that you were talking about?
Sure. So we offer millions of dollars in scholarships every single year. We pride on ourselves on being one of the most affordable state universities, colleges and universities in New Jersey. So as far as freshmen, scholarship opportunities, merit-based opportunities, if you visit admissions at stockton.edu, I am able to let you know about the Dean Scholarship. We do have, for students interested in the $5,000 plus a year, if you have a 1220 on your SAT or higher than a 25 on your ACT with a GPA of a 3.0 or higher, then you qualify for the Dean Scholarship. And then all the way up until the Presidential Scholarship. So if you have 1450 on your SAT and or a 32 or higher on the ACT with a Stockton cumulative GPA of a 3.75 or higher, then you qualify for $15,000 or more per year. And these scholarships that are awarded to you are for 4 years. You just have to maintain a 3.0 GPA or higher while you're enrolled at Stockton. Students interested who actually don't meet that criteria but have above a 3.0 or higher and either are applying test optional, then we also offer the Stockton Scholarship, which begins at $2,000 a year for 4 years. Any other questions? Do we have transfer students in here?
That would be me.
That would be you?
Yes, I'm a transfer student from OCC.
Okay, so for our transfer students, it's a little bit different. So I'm sorry that I ran down the freshman opportunities. For transfer students, we do have the Excellence in Academic Award. So if you have between a 3.59 or a 3.79 at OCC, then you can qualify for $1,000 a year while you're here. We also have a $2,000 a year transfer scholarship if you have a 3.8 or higher at OCC. Any other questions?
I'd actually like to know where everyone is from. If you could each sort of unmute yourself and tell me where you're from.
I'm from Jackson, New Jersey.
I'm from
Berlin, New Jersey.
I'm from Marlboro, New Jersey.
I'm from Ocean City.
From Crawford.
And are you all freshmen besides Josh?
I'm a freshman. I'm a freshman, but I have a lot of dual enrollment credits.
Awesome.
I'm a freshman and I do as well.
Any of you taking AP exams or were scheduled to take it and then it got canceled?
I'm taking AP Calc BC, and if I do get like a good enough score, do those credits transfer over? Do you know?
They should. Yeah, it should. If your score is high enough, it should. Are they still, so how are they going to work out the AP exams this year? Is it going to be online?
It's 45-minute open-ended exams online, and I know that for Calc BC, there's no AB sub-score anymore. It's just the BC score.
Yeah. All of that information is also on College Board. So I know a lot of people were scheduled to take the SAT or ACT, and those got postponed until June. You definitely want to stay on top of College Board, their website, since they always have updates on the future dates. Anyone on the fence of being a chemistry major with something else?
Anybody? BCMB, biochemistry, molecular biology?
Well, I was looking at biochemistry.
Biochemistry?
And I'm coming in with, I've completed chemistry up to chemistry 2. And so I was wondering, because I know that the way you guys line up the classes, would I be able to graduate within 2 years with that? Or would I,
as a chem major, so your would be transferring in, I guess, the first year of general chemistry. Is that correct? because we do things a little bit differently at Stockton. So for students that are biochemistry, we really want them to be able to take biochemistry as early as possible. And you really need some organic chemistry to start biochem. And so we allow our students to take Chem 1, which is the first semester of general chemistry, and then this Chem 2 is actually the first semester of organic chemistry. So the way we have things set up is that 1 and 4, Chem 1 and Chem 4, are the equivalent to the first year of general chemistry, and Chem 2 and 3 are the equivalent to the year of organic chemistry. So if you were coming in with Chem 1 and 4, the first year of general chemistry, it might be tough to finish in 2 years. You probably could do it in 3 years because you'd still have to do the organic chemistry. And then after organic, you'd have to take the upper levels, and it would take 1 to 2 years to complete the upper level sequence, right? There's a year of physical chemistry. Physical chemistry 2 has a lab. There's a year of analytical chemistry. It's called Lab Methods 1 and 2. So the first semester is basically quantitative analysis, mostly wet chemistry. And then the second semester is instrumental analysis. There's an advanced course in inorganic chemistry that's only offered in the fall. And there's an organic chemistry lab course that's only offered in the spring. It's called Organic Techniques. But students are also required to take 2 3,000 level, upper level chemistry courses as well. So I think if you only had Chem 1 transfer in, it might be difficult to complete your degree in just 2 years. If you had more credits transfer in than just the Chem 1, Chem 2, then it might be possible to finish in 2 years.
Has anyone visited Stockton already? Maybe in the chat if you want to write, or if you feel free speaking out loud.
I visited the campus, and I'm actually going to be an incoming freshman next year, and I'm really excited. And it's so pretty.
Oh, congratulations, Sam.
Thank you. And Stockton's gorgeous.
I know. I went to Stockton also in undergrad. So I've been at Stockton almost over 15 years, student and professional, and I just love it. It just gets more beautiful every year, and I'm jealous that I didn't have the opportunity to stay at the Atlantic City campus.
Yeah, I was visiting a friend, and she was showing me around a few weeks before everything happened, and she had me park in like one of the back lot by housings, like 1, 4, and 4, and I had to like walk by the lake. And it was so pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, this is where I'm going next year.
Yeah.
It is. It's a really pretty campus.
Anyone else not visited or has visited? Josh, have you visited?
Unfortunately, no, but it does sound nice from what you were talking about.
Okay. Well, for you, just to let you know, we are having, our transfer student events, our open houses, they're still scheduled since they're after May 31st. And I definitely want you to take the opportunity to come and visit our campus. If I may, I'd love to share the screen real quickly so I could just show you where to go. Okay, so if you visit stockton.edu, and then you click on admissions, depending on what you are, freshman or transfer, I'm going to click on transfer just for Josh's sake. And then you can click right here where it says RSVP for a transfer open house. And at this moment, we are still scheduled for our June 9th and July 21st open house dates. Now, Josh, are you planning on living on campus?
Yes, I am.
Okay, how about anyone else?
I am.
I do.
I am.
Perfect. So if you have not yet visited Stockton, but you kind of want to get to know more about the housing, virtual experience, since we can't get you on our campus just yet. You can visit this housing website. If you saw, I typed in stockton.edu and then housing. Transfer students can live on Chris Galp, Atlantic City, the Atlantic City campus. Freshman students typically live in Galloway. And all you have to do is just go right here where you click on housing options. And then depending on where you're interested, you can just click on the type, and then there's a actual link for a virtual tour. So not sure if you knew about this opportunity, but you basically just get to walk around and see how it looks like. It's kind of cool. You see, it allows you to hit the arrows. Look at that, stainless steel appliances. I don't know about you guys, but my dorm room experience where I visited the larger universities was definitely nothing like this. So Stockton really does.
Those kitchens are really nice.
They sure are. Are there any questions that I could be able to answer to anyone at this moment?
How many students go there for a vet career?
I'm sorry.
Like pre-veterinary? Pre-veterinary? I'm not really sure, actually. I can try to find out. I'll have to talk to someone in the biology program to see if they have an idea how many students come pre-vet. If you want to send me an email, it's kristen.halleck-waters@stockton.edu. You can also find me my email address on the website if you go to chemistry, because I'm the coordinator. I'll see if I can find out, and I'll email you back about how many students we have pre-vet.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm just showing you right now.
I think Thushani, is Thushani there? Thushani, do you know?
I don't at the moment, but we'll be able to find out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Kristen, at some point, would you mind showing your email address again? Or even on the chemistry website, if your name can be shown.
Does anybody have any more questions for me about the chemistry program? I'm sorry, my video sort of froze up.
I'm just going to pull up our information. So for the chemistry page, I think that's what Tushani was trying to tell us. If you go over here to contact us, is that where you wanted me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, then you all could write that information down.
Actually, if you go to the previous screen you were showing, Jessica, Kristen's name was there. If you just scroll a little bit down.
There's my contact info.
There she is, right there. And then for my information, I'm actually going to put it right now in the chat. Oh, I have to stop sharing the screen. Never mind. I'll go over to admissions. And, we can definitely help you based off of where you guys are located. At the moment, you can definitely email me, jessica.grujon@stockton.edu, if you have any admissions related questions or any questions about campus life, housing options, how to get involved. And I will go ahead and get you all the information that you need. I know, like I said, these are uncharted territories where we're trying to make our decision about what college to go to from home. And we do understand that that is a challenge, but we do want to connect with you all and host you for our future events. I know that we had Sam, who was accepted to Stockton. We will be sending you information regarding our virtual admitted students experience, where you can also log into any financial aid information sessions, or if you have questions, like I said, about housing, or maybe your parents have questions going global. We will be having a variety of virtual information sessions and panel discussions that we will hopefully be able to advertise soon on our admitted students page right here.
And please don't hesitate to shoot me an email if you have questions, something you didn't think about today, or too shy to ask. Please reach out. I'm happy to respond to your emails.
It was so good being with you all this afternoon on this Sunday. Hopefully,
yeah, it was nice meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you too. It was, fun after all we've been through. It's good to have still at least retain some form of normalcy, right?
You got that right.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, thanks, everyone.